Gonna give it a couple seconds to go live here, and wishing you a wonderful week. It's been a tough, energetic week, nationally, globally, and there's been something I've been experiencing in my partnership that reinforces everything I want to share with other men. And that reinforcement is finding love in your heart through every moment, whether the world feels wrong, or you've wronged, or maybe you feel like you have been wronged. And it's so easy for us to pan off our feelings and our emotions on other people, but to kind of live in them and to sit in them and to feel them within yourself causes an environment for us to not have to feel validated by someone else through our emotions. And validating them for ourselves allows us to properly express them. When we're able to properly express them, we avoid moments of anger, we avoid eruptions, disruptions, reactions. We can sit confidently within ourselves and speak our heart. And speaking from our heart creates vulnerability. And vulnerability creates connection. And connection in partnership is, in fact, the potential cure-all for every little issue that could be bothering your relationship. Now, that doesn't mean there isn't work to be done. That doesn't mean you got things to straighten out. That doesn't mean there aren't things to talk about that are serious and fucking annoying. Because fuck, they hurt sometimes, don't they? But that vulnerability that comes from the power of feeling validated within yourself instead of externally, that is a true power. And I can remember feeling completely powerless in my relationship. And I used to blame that on my partner, and I used to blame that on my environment. I used to blame that on my work and the stress that was coming from that. And I used to take that home. I used to harbor it in my heart, carry it on my shoulders. It made me heavy. And I forgot that I'm like a really fun guy. I'm like a musher. Huh? Hashtag dad jokes. I forgot that I'm a fun guy. I'm a light-spirited, open-hearted, goofy MF. And to be quite frank, I lost that a long time ago. And aside from vulnerability, the number 2 thing that can create connection is playfulness. And now we're not only connecting with your partners, but playfulness, like a childlike play, actually will help you connect with your children as well. And playing with that curiosity, playing with the ability to actually play with your emotions. If your self-sabotage voice is coming up, or if your discouraging voice or critical voice is coming up, being playful with it. Oh, there you are again. You showed up again. What took you so long? Usually you come right out and say the things that I don't want to hear, that kill me, that knock me down, that cut me down. But there you are. You came back. And that kind of ability to stand in your power with your emotions, feel validated within yourself, not look for external validation, allows you to connect internally, connect externally, speak your mind as a man with clarity, with concise understanding for who you are and what you're trying to convey to someone else, but with love in your voice and compassion and empathy for yourself and the other parties. And then adding that playful, childish nature. And that childish, playful nature is so hard to not infect. It's so hard to not raise your spirits and help you feel like a child again. And children understand wonder and pure love. And that's ultimately, my friend, that's ultimately what we need again. So I hope you're able to find within yourself the ability to validate internally, find your emotions in your heart and speak them truly, softly and calmly, unless you need to be angry. And do that within control, because it's okay to be pissed off about things that suck in life, but don't sit in it. You sit in it when you don't get it, when you don't live it in your heart. And if you sit in it, it builds and builds and builds into a dark, dirty thing. We don't want that, do we? No, we want to express ourselves. We want to feel the freedom to be the man that we want to be and show up as we want to show up for our families. And I know, as much as the next guy, what a hard journey that is. Because I can remember a day, maybe not a day too long ago, because they come up again and again, no matter how hard you work on it. I can remember a day not too long ago where I felt disempowered. I felt disconnected with myself and with my family. I felt like I didn't have freedom to be myself. But if you know these things that I'm talking about, then you will find it. And I hope that for you. I love you. I know you can do it. We'll get there. I want you to put down below something about yourself that you're going to reconnect with that is a joy, not a burden, not something that you're pissed off you're not part of anymore. Or if you are, how are you going to move through that? Tell me below. What are you missing in your life? I love you. Have a good one. Marky D.